Come for a ride with me.
Hello and welcome to CHB TV. I'm Matt Lee, and joining me here on the CHB panel is
Ed Lau,
Clay Emo,
Richard Lote,
and Chris Olden. The G is silent today.
That was great. Let's get right to the three questions today. Gentlemen, the first question from Canucks Jake 81. What is the American line of Christopher Higgins, Ryan Kessler, and David Booth going to be called? Chris, let's go to you.
Well, in last episode, we were talking about a line called the Triple H line, and I think we're going to go to the opposite side of Degeneration H, or just Degeneration X, sorry. We now have the HBK line. And wouldn't it be awesome, as Ed just recently told us, how if they score a goal, instead of it being the current goal song, we get the HBK intro music. Dun, 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 dun. That's right.
I think we're going to see Kessler lay off some sweet chin music out there on the ice then. Richard, let's go to you. What do you think the three Americans should be called?
I think, I was struggling with this. Everyone's saying the American Express line. I really like Team America Hockey Police. I should probably keep the song off the camera, but you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about. Let's go to question number 2, guys. Here, Too Smart 81 wants to know: do you think that with Michael Samuelsson gone, that Sammy Salo will remain on the point for the first power play unit? Clay, let's go to you.
I think even if Samuelsson was still here, I'd want to see Salo on the first power play unit. Samuelsson, just a liability, both defensively especially, and he just had trouble getting the zone, keeping the puck in the zone. Salo's shot, it speaks for itself. I love it, and God bless Michael Samuelsson, but if he's gone, let's keep Salo out there.
So this means Marco Sturm doesn't have a chance to be on the power play unit at all?
Oh, I don't. He can do whatever he wants.
I thought Marco Sturm was great. Ed, let's go to you. What do you think?
I didn't think Samuelsson should have been on the power play in the first place, but they had some success with it last year. But that was probably because the team was extremely loaded as it was. Samuelsson's not really the forward that you'd want on the back end. I mean, he doesn't have a particularly hard shot. He's not very good defensively. He's all right. I'm not going to take anything away from his responsibilities, but at the same time, he's not. He has that trouble like keeping the puck in when it's ringing around the boards, and he's just not the guy that you want power play as a power play quarterback. I think that with Salo back there, you have the big shot option, and you have a real defenseman. So you're not worried every time the puck heads in that direction that it's going to sail right past Samuelsson, and they're going to have an odd man rush in the other direction.
And don't get me wrong, Samuelsson's better than me, but so is Salo.
Our final question today, Spencer Dubas asks, what aspect do you think the Canucks should focus on for the rest of the season? Chris, let's go back to you.
Well, if there's one thing that I believe the Canucks really need to focus on is that killer instinct. I mean, as we saw last year, the Canucks were so often able to go and get themselves that 1-goal lead, 2-goal lead, and almost go into sort of game control mode and coast mode. I'd rather see the Canucks just light them up. If there's a positive I can take away from the Rangers game, even though the Canucks lost 4-0, is they threw everything except for the kitchen sink at Lundqvist. And although he probably would have stopped that on his head with his teeth blindfolded, still, the fact that the Canucks had no quit, I want to see that for a full 60 minutes throughout, as many games as possible this season.
You know what? I think they're doing everything right. Everyone's hitting the panic button. We're not at October. Like, what's going on, guys? Like, I know we almost got there last year, but I think they're doing what they do really well. I'd love to see a little more from sort of that second and third line, but that's going to come. It's going to come with time. We have nothing to worry about.
Closing comments from you guys here?
Yeah, just a sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. I know it's only October, but I think if they play aggressively and play like they can, and I think honestly getting rid of Samuelsson and Sturm and bringing in Booth, that will help a lot. Just to be more aggressive and more urgent.
Ed?
I think two of the things that we were missing last year were consistency and probably toughness. Not really toughness as in you really need to get in there and fight and be super physical, but just having that sort of mean streak. Like, I love the way Bieksa plays. He has that sort of edge to him. Not too many other Canucks have that. Maybe like Kessler and Burrows, but even then, they're just being pests on the ice. But at the same time, I think we need to work on consistency in our scoring and from a game-to-game basis in the playoffs. Like, we had a lot of players light it up at certain points and then go completely quiet. Now, it was okay because players would alternate, but you can't always roll the dice like that.
That'll just about do it for us here at the CHB panel. A reminder, if you want to get your questions asked on Twitter, don't forget to tweet us at Canucks Hockey. We love answering your questions, so we look forward to hearing from you soon. For the 5 of us here at CHB, we'll see you next time.
How much time do we have?
45 seconds.
We're almost done.
We're good. Come on.
Come on, Nate.
You got the last stretch.
No problem. Lots of time.
Richard.
Okay, well, not
Richard.
30 seconds.
Okay, but no one knows how much time.
30 seconds.
Okay, bye.
Oh, come on.
I want you to lick that plate too.
Lick that plate. Eat the paper.
No one knows this Richard.
Mosey.
Mosey.
Well done.